Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in to another flight on the channel today, man. We definitely have a very special one. Got the new FENIX aircraft today, a new FENIX update, the BFU as they're calling it, the big FENIX update. So we're really excited about what we got going on here. Now, I have downloaded the new one here, as you can see. Beautiful Delta livery on here, and we're about to go ahead and get it cracking, y'all. So thank you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get out to our flight today. I'm curious to see how different things are in here. I've been hearing some great things, reading some great information about the aircraft. I haven't watched any videos or anything like that just yet on anyone's experience or anyone else's flights. I've just been chilling and doing my I've been working a lot, so I haven't had the chance to really get out here. Yo, what's up, Atlas? How's it going today? I hope you're feeling good. Hopefully you got a chance to get on with this FENIX. Have you got a chance to get on yet? So yeah, y'all, we're gonna see what's up with the FENIX here. So many different things they got going on with this new update. I'm really excited to see it. I hope everything works okay for me. Because you just never know sometimes with certain things. So first thing I'm going to do is get into the cockpit here. And let's go ahead and turn this off. Alright, y'all. First and foremost, like first impression when I first look in here. What's up, EXO? Hope you're doing good today, yo. Now, my first impression upon turning this joint on, and this is my first time flying it, are two things. I typically don't have a avatar here or a co-pilot, so that's cool. What's up, homie? So that's interesting. But off first glance, like when I first look at these screens right here, matter of fact, well, I'll do that in a second. I am noticing some differences right now. Like when I look at this screen over here, I'm noticing some reflections that I haven't seen before. So as I'm moving that around, I'm seeing some reflections. I definitely can tell that this has all been reworked. The color looks different. The glass on the screens looks totally different. It's definitely just black, where the other ones had a little bit of a blue kind of tint and tone to it. I'm really excited about the weather radar in this joint, which is now functional. Well, we don't have any storms or anything out there that we can see right now, but we'll get to that at some point. But I do notice some differences with these screens so far. Let me look up at the panel up here. Things just look a little bit more crisp to me. I see just different things like on the external power button here. This is like a small little thing. But if you can see like around this external power button, there's like a kind of a white tint to it. Almost like, someone's went up there and tried to press it a bunch of times and like just kind of missed it. But there's like some little residue around that I haven't seen before. These have just a little bit more markings on them, so I like that. The colors in here look a lot deeper and things of that sort. So that is pretty interesting. Things look real dope in here so far. All right, so one thing that I'm going to do though is I want to start this joint cold and dark because I want to see how it sounds with the oh, okay, this is different. What is this? Oh, so they changed a couple of the symbols around. So this is the symbol for the charts now. So that's interesting. The CFB, it just looks more bright. There's definitely some reflections. Like I'm getting a reflection from the window back there that I didn't see prior. Let's do panel states and just go totally code in dark real quick. We'll activate this joint. So I want to see how different those sounds are. And I'm going to crank the sound a little bit. So adjust your headphones and your settings as needed. But yeah, this looks different. It looks deeper. Like the colors definitely look deeper right here. And yeah, see, I'm getting those reflections when I'm coming across. You see that in those screens right there? Yeah, that's new. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go completely code in dark, and then we'll see if we notice any difference with the sounds. I can definitely notice a little bit of a difference in some of those startup sounds. Like I said, I'll crank it. Yeah. Definitely have some differences there. I'm not getting any audio off the I'm getting clicks, but I'm not getting any audio off the engine tests. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm not getting anything off of that. So okay, we got it on cargo smoke, but not the actual engines. I'm sorry, yeah, the engine fire test. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see if we hear anything different with the APU startup. See if we hear anything different with the APU startup. Okay. I think subtly just in the background I could hear a little bit of a difference, but yeah, these screens look different. Kind of similar to this. So you see what I'm saying with the screens? Like this one has a little bit of a blue tint to the back of it, but this one is just totally black. And I don't know if it's just because of where I'm sitting at with these screens, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. But this is definitely polished a lot differently. Getting some different shadows. Like even look at the speed brake lever right here. Like when I'm coming down, I'm getting reflections like off of different things that I had never got before. So that's interesting. All right, APU is up. So let's go navs. We'll go strobes. No, we keep that off for now. Crew supply oxygen can come on. Nav 1, Nav 2, Nav 3. Alright, we're looking good, yo. We are looking good. Alright, so let's go ahead and import from SimBrief. Again, this reflection right here is something new. I've never seen that before. Livery set to pounds. Okay, so we got 21 minutes to depart. Everything's looking good there. Altimeter is 29907. And let's go ahead and start our boarding. We'll load the aircraft. We'll do before we load the aircraft, let's actually go outside and take a walk. Now, I saw in the video you can click this here and stand up in the cockpit and then walk outside. Let's see, there's some way you open the door here. Let's see. Where exactly is my mouse at? Toggle EFB. I gotta walk up on it differently. Huh. There's supposed to be a way that you can open this door. Oh, there we go. Alright, so up. push out, push it out. Make sure it locks. Okay. Cool, man. So you can actually walk down the stairs. Is the plane too loud versus my voice? Somebody can tell me. So first thing I noticed right away that's completely different. And actually I can just turn the volume down just a little bit. One of the things I noticed right away is just all of these different points that you see here, all these dots like this. This wasn't really there before. So let's see what this all looks like outside. Something we can interact with or no? Okay. Huh. Well, all in all, this plane definitely does look just a lot more detailed. I know it's subtle to see, but I know they built this plane completely from the ground up for 2024, and I would say things just look like, oh, okay, this is new. Yeah, this is new right here. So this wasn't on the other plane. You're supposed to be able to interact with these hatches and things like that. I've never really been the best at doing that, but let's see. Like on the any builds and stuff, it's kind of weird. Wow. So I wouldn't even begin to know what any of that is. I'm sure it has some. Oh, you can refuel from the outside. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Let's see what we got down here. And then we have some other panels and things that we can open up. Interesting, interesting. All right, how do we close that? How do we close that up? Uh-oh, didn't mean to click that. Right here, right here, right here. Huh. No idea. Maybe right here. Huh. Not 100% sure. I have zero idea how to close this panel back up. Maybe it's this. Maybe touching stuff. Oh, there we go. Alright. So anyway. Nice size outside look at a plane. Again, things just look better with this joint overall. Alright. Let's get back into the cockpit and we'll keep rocking and rolling. Now one thing I noticed, oh no, let me get these lights turned up. There we go. Alright. Nice. Let's get my lights turned up. PA. Alright, we can start boarding now. So we'll load the aircraft. See if any of the announcements are different or if it's pretty much the same. All right. That's awesome. Weather radar is working. It's fire. Alright, so today we're coming out of DC. Alright, we're going on runway 19 on the Dr. 5. Alright, so we'll do that. ECA departure 19 on the Dr. 5. A-guard transition today. And then into LGA will be runway 22 on the Proud to arrival. ILS 22 on the Proud to arrival. And we'll be coming from Speak. Transition, Speak. All right, we're looking good, man. Speed brake is armed. Alright, we won't run on VATSIM today, just so we can kind of get a feel for the aircraft and what we got going on. Alright, so we got a little bit more boarding to go. While we're doing that, we'll take a look at the pads. There's been some updates with the fly pad here. So let's just go through and see. We'll look at sim settings. All of these are pretty much the same. Cabin lights. All right, controls. Nice. So everything's pretty much the same overall with the pad. No major differences there. Like I say, right now we're just boarding. But as mentioned, man, things definitely do look a lot more polished there. And things look really good. So I'm liking it so far, y'all. I'm curious to see what those flight dynamics are like. Get an outside view of things while we're getting everything taken care of. Again, they built this joint from the ground up for 2024, so I would say visually, I mean, it looked good before. I personally can't tell like a whole lot of differences from the outside of the plane, really. I definitely can tell, you know, the stairway, I mean, a difference with moving about the cockpit and the cabin and stuff, but overall, it's the FENIX. Alright, so we're still loading up. Fuel pumps can come on. The bleed can come on. Get the external power off. I'm curious at a flight model, like that's what I'm really curious about. Curious to see how she flies. Now, we'll hop on Vanson, why not? Why not? Right. All right, so boarding is completed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and we can remove the chalks and the cones. We can remove the GPU as well. Boarding's completed. And we are ready for pushback, y'all. So let's go ahead and get pushback. And then we're gonna get ready to get out of Dodge here in just a second, man. Okay. The beacon light on. Strobes are on. Wings can come on. And let's go ahead and get pushed back. We grab our 119.1 is CTAF. Loving it so far, man. I'm curious really just to see the flight dynamics, the takeoff and the landing, see what that's like. 119.1. All right. And let me make sure. I had some trouble on my last flight, so let me see if anybody's down here. In Reagan traffic, Delta 922 radio check. There may not be anybody here right now, but that's okay. All right. In Reagan traffic, Delta 922, push and start, stand Alpha 7. Reagan. All right, so no worries. We can go ahead and release the parking brake now. We'll start pushing back. All right, we can go with engine number 1 start. The performance is nice, I'll tell you that much. Nice view of those engines starting up. I'm going to push right on to Kilo. And we'll go engine number 2 start. Set the parking brake. And the tug is disconnected. So we got engine number 2 coming up. Alright, so we got both engines up. And we'll kill the APU. Turn taxi light and runway turnoff light on.
Memories are more powerful when we make them together, shared with friends and loved ones.
Traffic, Delta 922,
every flight is a chance to celebrate together.
Via Kilo, Sierra,
and when we celebrate, we connect the world.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
And thank you for flying with Delta.
Alright, so before we head out, let's do a real quick flight control check.
So before we depart,
please pay attention to this important safety message. Be sure that all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin and place smaller items, including handbags, under the seat in front of you. If you lose your electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for assistance. Please ensure all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas are clear.
As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your back. To release the belt, just zip the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, secure it by attaching the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, remove the metal tip and allow the shoulder harness to retract.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We apologize if this means our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted information signs located throughout the cabin, in addition to any crew members' instructions.
Smoking, the use of e-cigarettes, or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors. There are 8 exits on this plane. 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. In the event of evacuation, leave all carrying items. All exits are clearly marked with a green symbol. Arrows indicate the direction to these exits. Please take a moment to find the exits closest to you, and remember, they might be behind you. If there's a loss of power, lights will illuminate the aisle to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels inside the lavatories and above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull the mask or red streamer towards you until the tube is fully extended to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen
settings
is
on these
flowing,
boys.
so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life
Reagan traffic southwest 420, 15 miles northwest of field and in the river visual runway 19 full stop. Reagan.
Tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, and attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom of the vest, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest.
For children who weigh less than 35 pounds, place the vest around the infant's waist and secure the strap between the legs. Refer to the safety information card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lap children are located in a marked compartment at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Now before we take off, be sure your seat is upright. Your aisle armrests are at resting position and your tray table is put away. If you have a suite door, ensure it is open. Please note that there is a placard on the door, visible when closed, explaining how to use the suite door in case of an emergency. Please take a moment to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
As we come through the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
Wherever your celebrations take you, thanks for choosing Delta to fly you there. Now, as we get ready for takeoff, please settle in and have a wonderful flight.
Whoa,
Thank you for flying with Delta.
Forklift was all black. I didn't even see it, bro. I didn't even see it. Forklift. Huh, I missed it. I missed it. Yeah, I gotta adjust these rudders, man. Do it when we get up in the air, but these things are way too touchy. Alright, so keep going. Yeah, I totally missed that, bro. Really? I didn't even see it. That's funny. Yeah, these joints are way too touchy. Okay. And Reagan traffic Delta 922 is holding short of runway 19 at Juliet, Reagan.
Southwest 420, short final, runway 19, full stop, Reagan.
Alright, so we got a guy coming in right here. As you can see, I'm holding short for him. Go outside real quick. My first time seeing someone planner. It's the first time in the module. This is my first time in the new FENIX update that just came out yesterday. So this is my first time in the FENIX. So here we go. We got homie coming in. See how he does on his landing. Hopefully you guys can see that. There you go. You guys can see it now. Nice landing. Nice landing. Alright, so we'll wait till he gets clear and then we'll be out. I know, right? I don't know. Sometimes the gear doesn't model on here, man. It's so strange. I know. It's so funny. But nice landing for him.
Reagan traffic Southwest 420, clear of runway 19, back taxi runway 4, Reagan.
All right. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get lined up. We'll turn on our lights, take off lights, and let's go ahead and get lined up. And Reagan traffic, Delta 922, lining up runway 19, Reagan. Alright, let's get lined up.
Hey, traffic, Southwest 420, clear runway 4, taxi line, Reagan. Ooh.
Okay. All right. And there we go. All right, we are lined up. All right, y'all. It is time to go. All right, so I'm curious about these flight dynamics on the new FENIX, and I heard they've been improved. We'll see if that's true or not. We'll see. No, not if it's true or not. I'm sure it is. If they say it is, it is. But let's see how it feels on our first flight as we depart out of Reagan, y'all. So let's do what we got to do. And Reagan traffic, Delta 922, departing runway 19, taking off runway 19 on the Dr. 5. And we're RNAV to Levy, Reagan. All right. So let's bring these engines up. Everything's nice and stable. Let's hit our clock. Let's go. And taking off. Ooh, these rudder pedals are touchy, boy. There's 80 knots. And 100 knots, cross check. And V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And Reagan traffic, Delta 922 is clear runway 19, and we are at 1,500 feet going direct to FENB. Final traffic, Delta 922. Reagan traffic, that is. Alright, man, so everything's feeling good on the takeoff. We'll bring those levers to climb. Drop that nose down. It feels good. I mean, it feels similar. I would say that there is a bit of a different feeling with the climb out. Like, it didn't just prior. Go flaps up. Prior, it would just like take off. It felt really light in the air, but this feels like it has a lot more weight to it. It feels very weighty. So I'm just following those flight directors. Yeah, the audio is really dope. Alright. So I'm just going to keep hand flying this departure around. Just because I want to get a little bit of a feel for the aircraft. See how it's feeling compared to the previous version. So we'll follow these flight directors around. I mean, it's definitely different. Like, I really feel like it's not turning as easy as it was the previous version. Glad this one has some heat heft to it. Yeah, it does. I mean, it feels heavy. Like, it really does. Like, it doesn't feel as lightweight. Like when I would move these controls in the previous one, it would, I mean, you're turning. This is heavy. Like it feels like you really got to work it. And so I'm curious of how it's going to feel on landing here in about 45 minutes. But all in all, man, we're looking good. We're going to just continue to climb up. I'm going to keep hand flying it just because just to get a feel for it. But it's definitely hefty. Like it's weighty. So it's that they reworked the entire landing dynamics and things like that. So I'm curious to see what that feels like. But I will say prior it was really, really easy. Much easier to fly. So I feel like the landing is going to be a lot more challenging, which is awesome. You're moving from Ferrari and becoming a Ford Bronco. Yeah, man, that weight difference is definitely noticeable. Like, it really is. But it feels good.
Reagan traffic, 3 Charlie Bravo, final 19, Reagan.
So again, we're not going to set the autopilot just yet. I'm going to switch over to Unicom now, though. There we go. And we can turn off the lights. Still just hand flying it for now. But yeah, she really does not want to move. Like, and I don't mind that at all. I feel like that's okay for me. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so at this point, we're going to continue to climb. Let's go ahead and set the autopilot now. We'll go. Our cruising altitude today is only 250. We got a really short flight out to LaGuardia today, and I wish we had some weather. The weather is actually over to our west right now, so I do want to, and I will, coming up real soon. I'll be able to see a flight, to get a flight. Excuse me. And with some weather and see what that weather radar looks like and everything. But man, all in all, I'm feeling it, man. It's nice. And it's just when you fly a plane so often, you really just notice certain things. So there is an entirely different an entirely different look to it. Yes, in real life, yep. So, I mean, I'm just looking at certain things, just the detail up here. I feel like, this is real detailed. I know they rebuilt this thing from scratch. Let's disarm that speed brake. And, yeah, it really feels good, man. It looks good. Let's get a quick look on the outside, too, as we're cruising out. Our Delta November 378 November Whiskey. Yeah, the flight dynamics are definitely different. So I am super curious of what this landing is going to feel like as well. What I'll do too, I'll bring the map up just because I like to do that. I like to have the map up so everybody can kind of see where I am in the world. So we're just departing DC. This is us right here, Delta 922. I'm on VATSIM. So if anyone's interested in tracking the flight along the way, you can track the flight as well. But we are making our way to LaGuardia today. But yeah, man, overall, there are some subtle differences, but some cool differences. And like I said, I'll do more of a walk around where we can really like open up these panels, look inside of them. I think it's pretty cool that you can refuel the plane from the outside. Yeah, that would be pretty dope if it did. But as we're looking at that, let's look back on the inside. And one of the things that I noticed right away, like these sounds are completely different. Yeah, I can just hear different things, and it's almost like a car, like anything. Like when you're driving your car, like you know what your car sounds like, and the smallest thing being off or whatnot, like you can tell, you know. So I can tell just being in this cockpit, just from listening here. There's just these little subtle differences that you hear with different things. Like just in the background, I can hear more of a high pitched tone. And I know that they said that they reworked the air conditioning a little bit, and I think that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that from the pack. So it's awesome, yo. I really think that it's a really dope thing. One of the other things that I said right off, they reworked the displays, and so prior, like these displays really had like this bluish kind of hue to them, and being in the cockpit of, you know, the real A320 and things like that, you know, it doesn't have that bluish hue to the back, to the backlight of them like that. So it's nice. And then again, these reflections, you know, that you're getting off the screens, like right here, this is different. You can really tell that the 3D model has been reworked a lot in the aircraft. So it's pretty fire. But like I say, one of the things that I'm really interested in is the yeah, exactly. You know, with this being an LCD screen, like this is how it should look. But they did, you know, rework some of the things with the autopilot, these screens and stuff like that. So when the sun hits them, they look a little bit different. And I noticed that when I was departing, actually, and the sun was kind of coming across, I'm like, wow, this looks different. But all in all, things just look deeper, like the colors deeper. Things are just really polished in here. So I like a lot. So anyway, like I say, man, we have a really short flight. As you can see, we're gonna be at top of climb here in 20 nautical miles, and then we're gonna be at top of descent here in like 10 nautical miles after that. So this is a very quick flight today. But I wanted it to be quick because I got some things I gotta do today. But outside of that, I want to really see what the takeoff and landing are like in a shorter period of time, because I do got some things I gotta handle. So but we'll make our way into New York. Now we do have air traffic control on in New York, it looks like. Let's see who's on. LaGuardia departure is on. So LaGuardia approach will be on today, and that's fine. Nah, no Hawaii run tonight, bro. If you look on the channel though, I did a Miami to was that Miami I did? Or JFK? No, it might have been Miami, but I just did a Miami to London flight. No, it wasn't. It was LAX to London. Yep, I just did that. I'm sorry. Excuse me, I'm all over the place. I just did a LAX to Charles de Gaulle. So I just did a LAX to Paris flight the other night. That was pretty crazy. A lot of fun though. And the A380. So that was a lot of fun. Really liked that plane a lot. So we're at top of climb here. I'm going to turn the seatbelt signs off, and we'll do a little quick service just in case anybody needs anything. But we're going to start descending here like pretty soon. I don't know if I want to. We'll see. I don't know if I really want to stay on departure or approach. I don't really know if I want to stay on the network tonight. I think I'm just going to disconnect from the network today and just do our own flying in. So I'm not So I'm not splitting my attention between the radio and just kind of chopping it up here and things like that. So yeah, but these displays look totally different. And it's different, like it's weird to look at them like this because I'm so used to them having that bluish kind of background to them. Less stress if you disconnect. Yeah, most definitely. I'm just gonna disconnect and just chill. So we're gonna but we do need to get set up. All right, so while we're coming in right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for our arrival into LaGuardia today. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's look at our perf, and we'll do our arrival here. We're going to be 2992 on the altimeter. 2992. Our temp today is 38. Woo! It is hot out there. And then let's take a look at our charts real quick for our arrival. We're doing the ILS runway 22 today, and our decision height is going to be 212. So we're looking good there. Glide slope is 1900, and that's good to know. And we can go ahead and start descending now. So let's go ahead and kick on the seatbelt sign, and we're doing the proud to arrival today. All right, so we're going to start descending now. Okay. Hold on, I may have found a little bug here. Let's see. Push, pull. Why can't I push? Okay, that's weird. Never had that before. Alright, so we are pushing for our descent now. And let's do a arrival briefing. Look at what we got going on here. So I'm on 7 speed. What we got? All right. All right. Left wing tank level low, huh? Left wing tank level low. It's interesting. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, I got it working, but we'll have to check on that when we come in going forward. So anyway, let's keep coming down. Let's take a look at our arrival here. All right, so we're Skippy down Holy, 10,000 at Corey. Then on the track. Okay, 10,000 at Corey, Apple Proud, and then we're in. So we'll come down initially to 10,000, and then we also want to take a look real quick at our VIAs today. So let's go flight plan LGA arrival 22. No VIAs. So we're good. And altimeter 29902. And let me move the map out the way since I'm not on VATSIM anymore either. And we're just going to descend on down. It's interesting. They saying land ASAP. I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna keep coming down. Uh, 18,000. Oh, I'm gonna come straight in, kind of over Brooklyn area. So we're gonna keep descending. I'll be back in 2.5 seconds. I gotta use the restroom. Unfortunately, I can't hold it anymore. But I'll be right back in 2 seconds. 2 quick seconds. All right, y'all. Sorry about that, man. When nature calls, nature calls. All right. So we are back in here and we are descending. Yes, sir. You already know. All right. So we're coming down 15. We're starting to slow down a bit. The engine sounds are awesome. I can really hear those engines dialing back. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good sound. Alright, let's pull the speed brake a little bit here. Get us slowed down. Yeah, that toilet flush is coming from FS Realistic, so I have FS Realistic running in the background as well. Alright, so we technically should be at 10,000 at Corey. So we're gonna go from a managed, and we're gonna control our descent here. So we'll pull the speed brake a little bit, and so that we can be right at 10,000 at Corey without any issues. got some nice, we got some pretty good movement out here. Pretty good turbulence. Right about now. Alright. Alright. So we are right on profile, man. Right where we want to be. We'll be 10,000 right at Corey. And then from there, we'll descend and maintain 7,000. We'll just keep it there for the time being. We'll be in New York on the ground in exactly, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. Alright, so we'll descend and maintain 7,000. Descend and maintain 7,000. We'll get a quick outside view. You can see us moving around a little bit there. We got a little turbulence today. A little rough air, but nothing too crazy. You can tell from just sitting in the cockpit right here, though, we got a little movement. We're descending down to 7,000. So we begin our approach into the Big Apple, y'all. Shot some really good scenery down there too. Yeah, man, it really is. It's really nice. All right. So we'll set auto brakes to low. We'll arm the speed brake. descend and maintain 5,000 at this point. Starting to see, what's that, Staten Island. To our left right here, we got Brooklyn in front of us. Manhattan's coming up here. So I'm going to hand fly this joint in from a pretty far ways out, because I want to see what the flight dynamics are like on the up there. I think it's going to be extremely challenging. I've been flying the FENIX for a long time now. I have many flights in with the A320, so I'm curious to see what this feels like coming in. We should have a really nice view of the city coming in. We're gonna go right over Manhattan. It's a nice day out, so we should be able to see Manhattan really nice too down there. Alright, so once we get to Proud, I'm gonna turn left, and like I said, we're gonna go right over Manhattan. So it's gonna be really dope. It's gonna be really nice approach. This is another one of my favorite approaches on the sim. Miami, the whole Miami, that whole coast, South Florida is like probably my favorite approach to do, and this approach right here is my second favorite. So we're starting to see Manhattan come into view. Okay, so we'll make a left turn heading 360. See Manhattan down there, all the buildings coming into view. Man, the wind must be what were the winds today? Because I'm getting thrown around right now. What are the winds? 250, 6 knots, but all right, let's go outside. Let's take a look. So there's Brooklyn down there, downtown Brooklyn, Red Hook, all that. See Manhattan. We're gonna make a right turn, heading of 120. I'm sorry, of 020. Check out Manhattan, Jersey City. See the whole Manhattan, Central Park coming in there, Hoboken down there. It's beautiful, man. It's wild. All right, we'll turn right, heading 030. Another external view. It's crazy. You see Madison Square Garden right there. Pretty awesome. All right, then we'll turn right heading 050. Can descend down to 4,000. Hey, exactly. Exactly. Get one of those nice New York francs out there. All right, so we got Harlem. All of that you can see out there. It's just crazy. Look at that, man. It's one of my favorite approaches coming in here. I have a really nice evening approach. And we'll descend down to 3,000. Right, exactly. Check out those graphics, man. You see the traffic rolling. It's beautiful, man. All right, so we are slowing down to green dot speed now. Our fuel is pretty low, so we got to get this right. We won't have won't necessarily have a chance to go around if I jack up this approach. All right, let's go down to 3,000. Nah, no pressure. It'll be all good. All right, and so let's turn direct to Yeoman now. And we will hit the approach. We can go flaps 1. Couple things to take into account, and I'm flying with a pretty light aircraft right now with this fuel situation, so, and I have to do some adjusting with my rudder pedals because they are extremely touchy, like, and the brakes as well. So all right, let's do a quick landing checklist. Lights are on, auto brakes, speed brakes armed. All right, we're good. All right, we're coming around here. Speed, altitude, and heading are all managed. And we have the localizer. Thank you very much. We will remove that text. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. All right, and we'll go flaps 2. We're going to do a flaps 3 landing today. We can go flaps 3. And we'll drop the landing gear. All right, so I'm going to hand fly this joint down from a pretty long way, just so I can kind of get a feel of the new flight dynamics and things like that. We'll see. We'll see how good I am or how trash I am. But we should be all right. Winds are 290 at 12. So they're gonna be kind of a little bit crosswind, but nothing crazy. Yeah, I'll be good.
2,000.
These engines sound crazy though. See Manhattan down there in the city. It's pretty fire. All right, I'm gonna fly it in from 1,000 feet. So let's see how I do, y'all. I need to land because I only got 700. Yeah, very nice squeal, Tommy. That sound crazy. I'm gonna turn them up real quick. Ooh, this wind is kicking though. Yeah, this is gonna be very challenging. Let me make sure. Good to go. So I'm getting some gust a little bit. Now the wind direction just changed to. So I got a headwind I gotta
1,000.
count for. So there's 1,000. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot off. And it is my plane. Ooh, this wind is kicking, baby. This is challenging, yo. This is totally different than what I'm used to. Wow.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5.
Nice. Nice landing. Little off center, but not terrible. But man, that takes some getting used to. That's gonna take some getting used to for sure. Alright, y'all. Overall, nice landing today. Yeah, man. We got to get some practice with that. Yeah, they clapped for sure. Nice landing. I'm happy with that, but I'm also happy with the performance of the joint, man. Let me tell you. It is different. And it's a fun different. Like, that was very challenging. Felt very nice, felt very real, nice and weighty. Prior, I would definitely say it felt a little light in the air with the controls before the update. But that was a lot of fun, yo. I'm happy with that landing. Oh man, I really appreciate you for tuning in, man. Like, tuning in and rocking with me for a little bit. It's nice, man. Feel free to come back anytime, man. I probably do about, 4 or 5 flights a week if I'm lucky. So thank you for rocking with me, man. Nah, no editing magic, just straight to it. Thanks a lot, bro. I appreciate you. So I'm going to go ahead and get parked in at one of these gates here. I have been having this issue with LaGuardia lately where the terminal's not showing up, but I know they recently did some construction, and I don't know, like they completely revamped LaGuardia, so I don't know if it just didn't get updated in the sim or what, but you'll see like the actual terminal doesn't show up sometimes, and it only happens here at LaGuardia, so it's pretty interesting. But man, I am beyond happy with this FENIX, man, and being able to put her on the ground from that distance up, and that was a lot of fun as well. Go down here and we'll get parked. Oh, they were off. Okay, no problem. I'm already getting used to these rudders. Just takes a little bit of time. This is stock airport. Yeah, not DLC at all. All right, ladies and germs, that's going to be all she wrote. Let's go ahead and hit the parking brake. We can kill these engines, and we can deboard, man. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man, and rocking with me on this first flight with the new FENIX. It's really fire. I'm really loving it. Stay tuned for more flights coming up as always, and we will see y'all on the next one. GG's, let's get it. Yes, sir.